talking about. But again, I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing.
Akaash Singh has basically been the YouTube algorithm over the past couple of weeks, thanks to his wife acting a fool all over the internet and bringing all the embarrassment his way.
But thank you guys for being on the Main Character Pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
we respect
we
you.
love you, but I actually love you and want to fuck all of you.
In public so far, he has tried to stay quiet about the whole situation, but he was recorded at one of his stand-up comedy shows talking about it, and as expected, he is defending his wife the best he can.
My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money.
The problem with Akash here, to me, is he is trying to defend his wife being a gold digger, which might be the stupidest defense, because that is the clearest thing she actually is. We'll circle back to him picking the gold digging as his main defense. Let's listen to some of it.
Just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34, I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit.
So his defense is she did stay beside him during a struggle time in his career, which would be a decent argument if now that he had money and throws it at her all the time, she didn't treat him like scum. But she does treat him like scum.
I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October, and we have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use it as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
He is saying she stood by him years ago when he was less rich and might be the only girl to ever love him that much. This is a guy with a lack of self-worth. The low self-esteem is blinking so bright here with Akash. But even worse is, it is a different story than he told a few years back on a podcast.
And the idea that love, I remember somebody asked me, my wife was filming some TikTok, and I was talking about how, she was with me when I went broke in 2018, and then now I like buying her things because I remember she was with me when I couldn't. She wasn't pleasant about it, but she was there. She didn't make my life good, but right. She was there. She didn't leave. Right.
On that past podcast, he alludes to already knowing her materialistic ways and is saying she was basically just there. Not even exactly helping him during hard times, but just there. Now he is romanticizing that time together to convince himself she does show him love and affection. It is like he is trying to gaslight himself. The worst part about him picking her gold digging to try to defend her is that while he was bringing that defense to his stand-up comedy shows, she is going on her own podcast, being her overly obnoxious self, to show her ass that she is indeed a gold digger.
And let's face it, men are like dogs. Happy wife, happy life.
It's like her defense is to literally be her most obnoxious self, which is why she and her husband are getting shat on so much in the first place.
This girl made a video about how she hates when other women write, I'm just a girl, in order to justify doing things that...
No.
I'm like, that is so dumb. I am just a girl.
Me saying I'm just a girl is because I'm just a girl.
Yes. And it's me not wanting to do something because I'm just a girl.
But it's also because, where the fuck has chivalry gone?
Yeah,
where has chivalry gone? Why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers, you don't have any gold to dig. You don't have to worry. You don't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we're not even talking about you, because the guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our they want us to be in our divine feminine energy. I saw this amazing TikTok. I wish I could remember who posted it because he DM'd me, but whatever. It said that investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. investing in your wife is like investing in Lakshmi. And that's like what my mother-in-law always says, because when you treat your wife like a princess or a queen, you spoil her, you give her stuff, you just let her be able to relax, she gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura.
I work 335 days a year. I'm so blessed to do what I do. This is not a complaint. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the fuck did you do that made you tired? Now it's a problem. Now it's a fight.
My husband, he said, I just ordered your Christmas gift. I was like, oh, what did you get me? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. So I'm like, okay, trying to guess. And then he's like, what did you get for me? Excuse me?
The audacity.
The entitlement? The audacity.
She said in that same podcast she wants him to stop being sick when he was sick to buy her more expensive things.
I feel like sissies truly when they're sick. Like, it's a little cool. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans. But
I do it, but I'm like, here.
man up.
Man up. Yeah, get your fucking shit together. We got to go to Mew Mew on Sunday.
Yeah, we have plans,
Sundays
baby.
are for Mew Mew. For the House of Mew Mew.
And now, how would anyone draw conclusions that she is with him for the money? Add on top of that, her humiliating him in videos all over her TikTok and now on her podcast, it's easy to draw the conclusions everyone has drawn. To make matters worse, as these sound bites from his comedy show were making their way around social media, she was posting on her own social media the new jewelry Akash bought for her.
And now, like, we've gone from like him buying me like AirPods or like Nike shoes to now like, spending so much money at Miu Miu or Cartier or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be braggy. I'm saying that I've seen this principle like really, really work. And I truly believe that like a man that takes care of his wife is like blessed by the universe.
And
No self-awareness whatsoever about why her husband is being dragged so hard. He says she is the most self-aware person he knows.
My wife is the most self-aware. It's like amazing. She laughs at herself. She's incredibly self-aware. She's like, yeah, I'm high maintenance.
Well, if she is, then it just means she doesn't care about her husband getting dragged so hard. Probably because nobody drags him harder than she does.
Yeah. The more I care about you, the more uncomfortable I am with confrontation. If you're some fucking idiot.
How are you
in this show,
married? I
just suck it up for a while, and then I put up with a lot, and then I blow up down the road.
Oh, I know what you do. Because I do the same thing. Gosh. So what I'm saying is, how did you do it with her?
My wife and I both come from like kind of turbulent homes. So when we fight, they tend to be big, but then we both understood like if we want this to work, we both got to go to therapy. We did couples therapy. We'll probably go again. I was thinking about you should just go every few years, I think.
Months.
Probably, yeah. But like you've changed, that was what I was saying to my wife. It's like, I'm sure somebody else said this, but like you get a car, you change your oil every 5,000 miles. Mm-hmm. You get a tune up every 75,000 miles. Then you get a new car in 5 years. In marriage, we're like, yeah, you got this. It's just going to last forever. You don't need to do any work. It's insane.
Yep.
But like when we both kind of knew, like we're still learning, but we kind of learned little triggers and like, hey, if we just take 10 minutes, that could help us immensely. I'll like write little notes to myself while I'm angry. I think a lot of times when she would get mad, I would internalize it and be like, she's telling me I'm not good enough because I think I'm not good enough.
Right.
If he would have chose anything else to defend her on, it maybe would have gone better. The thing he should have chose was the way she treats him. He should have tried to defend that because she does publicly humiliate him, and that is why the world is now doing the same thing. Or maybe there is no defense for that because he just takes it. And maybe, just maybe, he actually likes it.